Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of the Filthy Tutor with FilthyRobot Civ 5. How's it going?
I'm doing well, man. Doing really well.
You haven't fallen asleep yet? That's good. We should end the turn. I did just observe...
I was gonna say, if you end turn, I won't fall asleep, but I can't promise if you don't.
No, it's Civ 5. One more turn. Right?
Okay.
So I just noticed here, we're one turn, -1. So if somehow we could get one more science, we would actually have masonry next turn, but we can't...
Impossible.
Because apparently, this is actually something I'm pretty interested in. Why is it that in Civ 6 you can actually remove cattle or remove deer, but you can't do it in Civ 5?
I don't know.
Why do you think they made that change?
I think mostly to annoy me with comment section. Comment section thinks I should remove every single bonus resource and every single marsh, every single rainforest, and every single forest every time with my imaginary extra workers that I have. So I assume that's why they've done it. But that's just a guess.
Is there a keyboard shortcut to cycle through all units, even ones that are currently issued a command? Because like, how do you make sure you hit every worker every turn? Because if I press W, it doesn't cycle to them. Do you always use period?
Period doesn't cycle through those workers?
I guess we'll find out next turn. But before we do that, we have to sell our iron, you said.
Yes, we do. So it looks like only Darius wants, or sorry, only Bismarck wants it. So yep.
Okay, I know how to do this, I think. So
Yep.
And just say yes, he'll agree.
Yep. And just keep doing that till the little icon disappears on EUI. If you don't have EUI, you have to go through manually and check each of them. So
each AI every time, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, in fact, if you're watching this video online on either of our channels, well, maybe. Hopefully this guy Filthy here copies my top of my description, because there's a link to all 3 things that you can download directly, and it's very easy and convenient. Just go do that. I tried making a mod pack, but unfortunately the No Quitters, was it? Or maybe it was EUI. One of the ones was like 230 megabytes. So I didn't want to host that because there was just no way. I'm expecting a number of people to download it, so I couldn't possibly handle that much transfer. He's just a crazy iron fool.
Yeah, he is. So he's just been satisfied, so he doesn't want iron anymore. So we'll hold on to the last 2. That's fine.
No. Oh, that deal will work. I thought that I just sold him the 4th one. Didn't I do that 4 times?
Yeah, that's why we have 2 remaining. There's 6.
Oh, right, because we have 6 and 6.
Yep. And we don't have the second 6 approved quite yet. So yes. What are you looking at?
Okay. I was doing 2 gold from him, and I traded 4 times, and somehow in my head that was 8. And I was like, how on earth do we have 2 left? Gotcha. That's right. It was 2 to 1,
got
not
it
2 to
sorted?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it sorted.
I'm the one drinking, right?
Well, yeah, I'm drinking Mountain Dew, but
just clarifying.
Mountain Dew hits me in all the right places, so.
Yeah, I guess.
Trespassing. Well, duh.
All right. So
Can't bully.
Okay.
Trespassing doesn't matter, and is targeting a nearby encampment. The same one! Awesome!
You think we're gonna get to that one? It's kind of far away.
Oh, I thought that was this one. Never mind. I thought that they were the same. My bad. Should the scout escort the worker home?
Yes. Because barbs. Doesn't matter. Both equal.
Yeah. I'm just again thinking multiplayer. Like, should I actually go two moves or not?
Yep.
Looks like that's water over there. Stay inland, maybe double back, or do we want to keep going west?
It looks kind of like the edge of the continent. I'd go northeast.
Yeah,
if you're really feeling it, like we could go scout the west portion, but I'm not expecting to find much over there.
I don't think we can cross here without getting military access, and I don't want to pay for it, so.
Yeah, I think that's wise.
Hey, nice. Anima. Gold gifts. Do you think we'll ever do one of these gold gifts?
Yes, but I'm not sure we'll do it before the quest expires. They will switch up their quests if you wait too long.
Okay. Your new task is to probably build this thing, yes?
Yeah, I think that's wise. Yep. And then we want to get pastures up because we have pasture culture.
Right. Very important. You should probably stay in defensive terrain whenever possible, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Either way, we want to go west because we're going to escort this last settler in 2 turns.
Okay. And,
yeah, this guy's being a prick. He's on our tile.
There's no way he knows, though, right?
No.
All right. I wanted to try...
He just happens to be a prick. It's random.
I'm going to try the period key to see if it cycles. No, it's not cycling between workers that are currently doing it. There's got to be a way to do it, though.
To find workers who are active and make them... No.
Well, then
no,
I
don't think there will be.
How do you remember which tiles you haven't done?
I make all my workers every turn do all of their actions.
How do you remember how many workers you have and which ones you've already done without just cycling? Because there's no way to cycle through.
How do you remember how many workers you have?
You know what we should do?
Easily.
We should turn on this thing called a unit list.
Oh, don't do it.
And then if we turn on the workers thing, we can see them all. You can see how many moves they have. There's value in it.
You know, you're a novice. If this is what it takes, we'll make the sacrifice.
All right. Sometimes I just like to mess with you. I think it's funny. We did trespass longer. That was kind of maybe not good.
Okay.
But,
No, it's fine.
this worker's probably going to help out with this new city down here then?
That's wise. Well, I don't think we're going to... If we're settling the Grand Mesa there, I think we still want to settle the city for the silk and the gems to get the duplicates.
So over here-ish, not down here. So we're just going to leave this whole area empty, even though
there's no
we could have it.
Thankfully. Well, actually there is. Unfortunately, there is. It's still 5 tiles out, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the max. So your city, you can buy out to 3 tiles. Your borders will expand maximally to 5 tiles.
Oh wow.
So they will eventually pick up that second silk in the cap. Yep. Especially if we chop it, because chopping it makes it go from a rough terrain tile to a open terrain tile, which means it will have lower border costs for the government to expand to it, so it will be higher priority to expand to. So
that makes sense. So the maximum distance a unit can work from a city is 5 tiles as well.
No, the maximum your city can work is 3, but the maximum the borders will expand is 5.
So we can improve it, but we couldn't work it. So we could get the lux, but we can't
get
actually...
never get the yield. Yep.
Okay. Because another thought that I had is we could totally take a great general, and a perfectly reasonable use for him would be to build a citadel to get it for... Yeah. No. It's a bad idea, right?
Yeah, I do something... I mean, if you have...
Wait, you actually... You might even do that? Wow. I was joking.
Versus a player, you would never do that, because versus a player, the generals are too valuable for combat. Versus the AI doesn't really understand how to citadel bomb, so you could very easily use a second great general. If you had 2, you could use the second great general to take happiness. So, yep.
Ooh.
I'd just go east.
East?
Yeah, that's fine. You can move through the deer next turn. Sure, we're gonna piss them off, but we don't have any desire to reach standing with them. We don't care.
Yeah, we are in his land. Okay. All right, you get repurposed to pastures, probably. You just said pastures?
No, it's not that I don't like that. The thought is, do we want to boost the city we're about to settle?
Oh, you want to repurpose him to this city? I see.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I do want those.
Because we're not gonna work these. Should we probably go for this one then? Because it'll be within our borders at the start, and it'll get us 20.
Yeah, and we have to buy that horse. When we settle that city, we have to buy the horse, because the city-state borders will expand to that horse, and we really want the extra happiness from a circus. So we are going to have to purchase that horse when we settle that city.
How much do you think this one will be worth, and why doesn't the EUI tell you what it would be worth?
I can't answer for why EUI doesn't cover it. But how much do I think it would be worth? The hill minimal value. I mean, it costs you a lot, but it's not that useful.
No, I meant how much production do you think you would get from doing this forest, not inside the borders of our city, 2 tiles away?
Somewhere between 10 and 13.
All right. Okay, just checking. And you've already got an action. I've got it memorized now, apparently P. Why can't they all just be the same? I mean, generally speaking, if you've already started something, why can't there just be a generic shortcut for all?
What do you think farm would be?
F, but that's fortify.
Okay, what would be your second, third, and fourth thoughts if F wasn't it?
If it can't be F because of fortify, I would say it can't be A because A is automated exploration or automate workers or something like that. E is out of exploration. A is automate workers. Okay. It can't be R because I think R is quarry, isn't it?
Fuck, I don't actually know what the quarry hotkey is off the top of my head.
All right, take a drink. I have no idea.
I.
Yeah. Okay. No, I would have never.
Impossible to guess.
No, I would have never have gotten that. I'm sorry. It's just Sweden demands. Okay, Sweden. Okay, now that's where we see our
crab.
Yeah, we're totally gonna get crab. And if we do this, we get how much food?
I think it's 15%, but it might be 25. So look around. So hit F4 again. Let's go see. Does anyone have crab? Go to your relationships and scroll down through the players. Anyone have crab? So there's 4 cotton. No one has crab yet. Now, how about city states? Scroll through the list real quick. Anyone have crab?
So you do care.
Okay. Yeah, I do care a lot about that. Especially when we're about to finish this last settler, we're going to want to hit crab when we can. But we're missing an AI right now, right? Actually 6 players in here. No, we're not missing an AI. So we've met everybody. This is everybody.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So crab are in the water, right? I would assume.
Yeah, crab are only in water, but no one has crab settled right now. There could be a city-state with it, or it could just be crab on the continent somewhere that someone hasn't settled.
Is it ever possible to just have the game randomly not spawn a specific
No.
resource?
King Days only will spawn based on available resources, but it is possible, for example, to there be a deep ocean island that has that resource, and no one will ever settle it, and that is the resource your King Day wants.
Okay. Do you want the composite bowman or the swordsman first?
The swordsmen give us a better chance of preventing war by having a stronger military unit.
Melee strength, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would go that way. Yep.
Okay, gotcha. And we can also remove jungle, but when you remove jungle, do you get production?
No, it's just very expensive to remove jungle. Jungle starts are extremely slow for that exact reason.
Alright, that's unfortunate.
Can we settle the city?
That was the move into the hill was the 2 movements. And I've got to remember to...
So slow,
Wait, why are you
All right,
making the hammer just... He's already used his moves. Why is he hammering? He should be just standing there.
Because you haven't canceled. With that spearman, can we move him north, please?
Okay, you no longer want to protect the iron?
It's the barb camp is gone. There is another barb camp. We're going to clear that. Between the scout and the archer, that should be enough. What I want now is I want a blocker unit available if and when Portugal attacks us in Sigtuna. I want to have that unit there already to deflect a lot of the damage coming into the city.
Okay, gotcha. I understand now. And in my solo attempt at Deity, which did fail, I think I mentioned, I unfortunately lost my capital because I was like within 15 HP of killing their only melee unit. So I didn't. I was attacking catapults, thinking, oh, I should just weaken him, and then I was like, wait, no. He's got a melee unit within range of the capital. I need to kill that, and then I was so close, and then he was actually able to take it, even though the thing had like 15 HP. But now here it actually makes sense to go because it did 50% damage. I had thought at 15% there was no way it could take it, but now I know why. Cool. You learn something every day.
200% bonus for
no
siege units.
No.
Oh no! Seriously, 1 turn? That's awful.
Jerk. What if we settle right there? Can we just like zone of control it and take it from him?
Well, you were talking about a general tower, right?
Yeah, that's probably worth it, right?
If we general
the wine
horses
and the
there,
spices.
it would get wine and spices and horses. That'd be amazing.
You can also do it with another one too, right? You could do it with there's like a culture general or something that can do. Maybe I'm thinking of community balance patch, but I thought there was another guy that could do the AOE culture expands. Is it just
not in Civ 5? It's not in the base game or the NQ mod. It's only general, so you can steal tiles back. So that horse is permanently lost to us.
Okay,
and
still
by
settle?
1 turn.
No. At this point, we don't.
The city keeps getting worse and worse. I think still settle, but I'm less pleased with the city than I was before by quite a lot.
So, should we just start over?
Yes. And I would. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely work that. Production focus the city. Always production focus your cities.
I wish you could turn that on by default.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, and you're still doing this. You probably want a hill to take him that's not adjacent to it. I don't see one, so we can't attack over the forest or the hills. So we've got to either come.
Yeah. So just take a hill adjacent then. That's your second best option.
Returns. Yeah.
Or forest. In forest is I think the same defensive bonus as a hill, right?
Yep.
So.
Okay. Okay. Wait,
Yep.
what? Why does it say 10 turns instead of? Oh,
Because
I could do it manually.
chop.
Gotcha. It's taking 3 plus 7.
Yep.
You can just queue up the whole thing, but I'm still gonna have to come in and tell him to do his job like a derp.
Yep.
And you wanted to? Okay, we gotta go this way now. Ooh.
I know, right? It's always tempting.
But it's really far away. It would take forever to escort him home.
I'm so sad about Stockholm.
I really am too.
We missed it by 1 turn. That's so sad.
It's really unfortunate because this is it's a pretty famous city name, I think. So we're still gonna try to do that guy, but we're now no longer growing. We actually are losing a person next turn because we have stopped making settlers, and so we're done doing settlers. So we got to talk about the city. Should we just reset tiles and start fresh?
Sure. Yep. And then think about what you actually want to work here. It's production focused. I'm relatively happy with this, but I want to work the stone as opposed to one of the iron.
Because you would trade 4 production for 2 and 1?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
The city, this is your capital. Your capital is going to be working all of your guilds in all likelihood. This is Sweden, which is super specialist oriented. The only way you can work specialists is to grow. So
Okay.
we have to grow here. And I don't value the gold at all. And I guess in my head, the translation, so 2 and 1, 2 food, one hammer, that's 3 yield that I do value. And I value the food higher than the production in the early game in particular. But across all the game, I actually value the food slightly higher too. So that's a 3 yield tile versus a 4 yield tile. I guess it's a little bit different, but I value the food. The 2-2, the 2 food, 2 gold tile, I don't value at all. It's just essentially a 2 tile. And I guess like I could possibly be argued into sheep over iron here, and I would probably be okay with that too.
Let's just see how this affects things. What are we going to be building here next? We need units, right?
We need a combination of units and growth. We don't have a granary in the capital yet. Granary is really big here. Not only, for example, the deer, which we're going to probably end up buying, is going to be very valuable, but it gives +1 food to deer, +1 food to bison, and +2 food in of itself. I would like to do that. So we want our priorities right now are another worker, the granary, the watermill, 2 caravans, and military units. Those are the things we want to get out of this capital right now. So the order in which we do them is based on how we feel. The greediest plays are the food-oriented before anything else. The safest plays are the military first. So it's a matter of how safe do we feel and how comfortable do we feel.
Well, we have iron, and we're going to soon have the ability to make the swordsman. So I just throwing it out there. I kind of like the idea of having an extra warrior or 2 just to.
Warriors don't. I don't think. Go ahead and check this. But go to the Civipedia.
If I right click on this, I think it'll go right to it, right?
That's fine. Do that.
Nice. Yeah.
What are they obsolete at?
Metal casting.
Metal casting.
What is that?
We can build what that means is if you look, go to the text. Metal casting is workshop tech, which is medieval. But if you look, ironworking is before metal casting. What that means is we can build a warrior after we have swordsman tech, and still upgrade him into a swordsman.
So that didn't make it into Civ 6 at all, because in Civ 6, as soon as you get this, the warrior's just gone.
Yes, and different units have different obsoleting techs for that. So that is worth noting here, so that we can build a warrior later.
So you just can't build them anymore, but the existing warriors on the map they'll just still be warriors.
Yes, when we hit metal casting, we can't build warriors anymore. But the existing warriors will still be warriors. But better than that is because once we hit swordsman tech, we can still build warriors and still use gold to upgrade them. My personal preference here is granary into something. Granary into warrior is fine.
You would never consider just waiting 2 turns and buying this? Well, it'd be 3 turns.
No, our gold per turn is too low. I want to upgrade my units. There's lots of use for gold. I just built the granary.
Okay, then the other thing I wanted to look at here was, okay, so over 4 turns we would need 5 production, which we... what's this going to upgrade to? The plantation's going to give us extra gold. That doesn't really help. What if we swung this? Well, no, it's a Lux. We have to get the Lux online. Darn. I was hoping we could approve one of these things and actually get 1 more production out of the...
I want the culture off. I want our pastures up next, because that's improving the cattle is 1 production, 1 culture.
True. Yeah, well, this is actually food, because for some reason it's a pasture that makes plus food.
Yeah.
Who understands why?
That's food culture, that's fine too. As I said, I would consider working the sheep over the iron here too.
How can I control which one it unlocks for me? Just by making it the
last...
last...
Unlock it manually. No, just unlock the tile that you want first. So when you're okay, so right now, click the cattle, click the stone. Unclick the mine, the iron mine.
Oh,
nope.
The iron mine?
That. Yep. And now click the sheep. That's how you reassign tiles. You unclick the one you want to reassign, and then tell it to where you want it to go.
Okay, but what I was trying to do was to see... You were saying there could be an argument. You wanted to keep one of these 2 irons.
No, my argument is between keeping the iron or working the sheep.
Oh, I thought you were saying you could be persuaded to take the sheep over the stone.
No, I care about growth too much right now.
So you actually just want to go pure this way.
Yep, because that's the maximum growth I can work while still working the best tiles that are available to me.
I did slow the granary down by 1 turn, though.
That's true, and it might not be worth it for that, honestly.
I mean,
I was actually... Look, 11 turns growth is pretty pathetic. What we want to see our cities growing in a really good game, like a coastal game, where you're settling coastal cities and you can get coastal trade routes early. If your capital grows every 1 to 3 turns, you're doing great. I mean, I'm thinking quick speed here, so a little bit slower for standard. But the 28 turns is fucking forever.
But we can have the granary earlier.
Yeah, the granaries... I guess the granary is 4 food here. So if you wanna work that out, I'm okay to listen to you work that out as I'm drinking. But I mean that is certainly part of the thought process, is when do we get it versus when do we get the bonus from it.
Mm-hmm.
And these are improved iron tiles, which are nice, don't get me wrong, but we can't min-max in the short term when it comes to growth, because we will need huge amounts of population across the course of the game. We have to have it in a tradition capital, because we have to be able to work specialists. So, okay.
I see what you're saying. The raw pips that I'm seeing make me feel like 4 is better than 3, but I see
I'll
why.
compromise with you. I will work a 2-1 and 1 iron, and we can ignore the sheep. But I don't think I could go any less growth here. This is already too slow. 14 turns is too slow for this to grow.
Okay. Deal. 5-turn granary, and then we only need to pick up 5 more production over those 4 turns, which we can't really do, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, final settler, he's heading toward the diamonds and the... No, that's not right. Yes, he's diamonds ivory, right?
Yeah, I think the one tile east of the barb camp, so we want to settle that one.
Can he reach the ivory over there?
One tile east of the barb camp. That's
Sorry,
west.
I'm dumb.
There you go.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And when you settle on the woods, do you get the clearing of the woods bonus?
No, it's just gone.
Well, that's a shame.
Yep, I agree.
All right, well, let's see. Hong Kong seeks a great profit. Trespassing in Panama. Yeah, you know what happens.
Yep.
Public declarations.
Yeah, fucking Hong Kong just stole our goddamn horse, so we have no sympathy for any of their requests at all. Trespassing or not, we don't care.
Would you ever do a granary? You'd always do the granary over the watermill.
The benefit of the granary is the granary allows you to send trade routes from that city that give food. So in Civ 5, you can't send a trade route from a city unless it has either a granary or workshop. If it has a granary, you can send a food trade route. If it has a workshop, you can send a production trade route. So I always prioritize granaries in my expands, because one of the premier uses of having expansions in the early game is to send your capital food with trade routes.
Interesting. I wouldn't have thought to send food back to the capital. I would have actually gone the opposite way and sent it to the exteriors, but I see why centralizing and making your center town stronger is probably a safer play.
Yeah.
I just feel like the math, again, going back to civilization, like population growth, exterior cities, smaller cities grow cheaper, but no.
The problem is specialists. That's where that fucks everything up, because what it turns out to be is that you need your cities growing at a fairly constant rate throughout the game, and you're not going to be able to work specialists if you don't have a large enough capital, large enough city to do it. So what we're going to be wanting is our capital city large enough to work the various specialists as they come through the game. And one of the things the No Quitters mod changes is specialists are now truly independent of each other, where they weren't in the vanilla game. In the vanilla game, if you spawned a scientist, merchant, or engineer, it increased the cost of all future scientists, merchants, or engineers by a certain number. And in the No Quitters mod, those are independent. So spawning a merchant does not increase the cost of spawning a scientist or spawning an engineer. Spawning a merchant increases the cost of future merchants, but not future other types, which means there are more specialists that are important to work, that are useful to your empire than there were in the base game. And it just makes centralized population, or it doesn't have to be centralized. You can still work specialists in expansions. We're going to want to work scientist specialists in expansions, but things like cultural specialists, we have to work somewhere, be it in the capital or somewhere else. Somewhere needs to have good growth. And the easiest way to do that is capital. The thing is, too, about the capital is going to get the National College. National College is a 50% science modifier. So centralizing growth in the place with the National College is going to be more valuable than somewhere else.
Yep. There's a lot of very understandable, compelling arguments for feeding the main city. Makes sense. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we do have to take a break. But I just basically processed that turn for you. Did you see anything that I did wrong?
No, it's going well, man.
Sweet. Sweet. Okay. And also this thing grew, so I locked that because food's better.
I know. I was so pleased I didn't say a word. I'm just like, that's glorious. Do that again.
Yeah. See? All right. I don't need you anymore. Go away. No.
Right, I'm gonna
until next turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, right.
And then I'll be like, I don't know what to do.
Then I'll see how much you need me.
I think I could survive based on the failure I had before we started this campaign. I actually do think that I could have survived the first attack. I have no clue how to win against them. I have no idea how to handle the second attack, but the first attack, maybe it was just Attila the Hun, right? Or whoever he's called, Genghis Khan. Because he came at me with like 6 freaking catapults. I think he had 2 horses, 4 slingers, and 2...
Slingers? Inca
No,
only gets
sorry, not slingers. He did have archers. I know for sure there were 6 catapults. It was ridiculous. And I killed the horses, but then I failed to kill that one last melee unit. And if I had, he would have just had to turn around, right? Because you can't take the city without a melee unit.
No, he would have built another horseman and killed you 2 turns later.
No, he wouldn't. I had him. Anyway, all right. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm done with this guy.
Later, guys.